Welcome back, True Seeker. If you're trying to get better at gematria, here's a good way to practice. Every time there's a Google Doodle, take the time to decode the person's death. Google Doodles are only for people who were murdered by the code. To date, I've decoded over 100 of these. I've never found an exception. Every single one of these people was a ritual sacrifice to Freemasonry. And today's Google Doodle, if you just click on it, it'll tell you, Katy Jurado. A lot of times they are Hispanic women. I've noticed that too. There's a disproportionate amount of Hispanic women that Google Doodles pay tribute to. Born January 16th, 1924, dead July 5th, 2002. And just right away, you know the code. When you research this, you just see how easy the patterns are. She died 170 days after her birthday. From doing this work for so long, I know right away. Sacrifice equals 170. Knock the zero off the end of that word. You have 17. The word kill equals 17. She was born on a date with 17 numerology. Mason equals 17. God equals 17. These people are playing God. She died at age 78 on July 5th. Scottish Rite has gematria 57. That date can be written 5/7 the day she died. Scottish Rite also has gematria of 78. Again, if you're not using the Gematrinator calculator, make sure you do. Type in Scottish Rite, 5778. Modern Freemasonry began in 1717, dead 170 days after her birthday. And I'm sure there's a lot more you can decode here. But you'll see, next Google Doodle, take the time to decode. Go through my blog and just search Google Doodle. So many of these posts just showing how all of these people murdered in connection to what they were. She also died on 5/7. She was an entertainer. She was an actress. Again, Freemasonry. They control the media. They control the entertainment industry. That's why Prince died at 57. It's why a lot of entertainers have died at age 57. This woman got to live to be 78. But still taken by the code. I am also noticing that her acting career began in 43. She died 59 years later. 59 is the 17th prime. The word kill equals 59. So what's going on? This is what's always been going on. I don't know how I missed this, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I covered it last year and I forgot because so many people have been killed by the numbers. But somebody asked me if I could look at the death of Leonard Myers. Leonard Myers was a former Patriot. He wore number 25. He died just days after the Patriots beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl with the 25-point comeback. And he dropped dead at age 38. So let's go over this. The Super Bowl was on 2/5, kind of like 25. The Patriots with the 25-point comeback. Told you the Patriots were a lock to win that game, and it was all about 25 way before the 25-point comeback. Tom Brady got his 25th playoff win. It was to conclude the 97th season of the NFL. 97 is the 25th prime. The AFC got its 25th Super Bowl. Then number 25, former Patriot, drops dead 12 days after the game on the 48th day of the year, February 17th. Notice Tom has gematria of 12, the number he wears. Tom also has gematria of 48. He died on February 17th, 2/17, New England Patriots, 2-1-7. Wore the number 25, dropped dead at age 38. Falcons have gematria of 25, who they beat. Falcons also gematria 38. Murder equals 38, killing 38, death 38, RIP 38. Florida also equals 38, where he was born and where he died. The man who died, his name was Leonard Myers, gematria 59, number stamped all over the black race. 59 is the 17th prime. The Super Bowl was at the beginning of 2017. I noticed his name also has gematria of 239, which is the 52nd prime number. Tom Brady became 5-2 in Super Bowls, has a real chance to win Super Bowl 52 as well as covered. Look at this. Leonard Myers was born December 18th. Died on his 62nd day of being 38 years old. Remember, in Super Bowl 51, Tom Brady had 62 passing attempts. This year, the Super Bowl's in Minneapolis. Minneapolis equals 62. Tom Brady won the passing yards mark this year. Second place was 62 yards behind him. They traded Jimmy G on the day, leaving 62 days left in the year. Jimmy G finished his season with the 49ers 62 days later. Been talking about this number all year, a million times over. And it was even connected to this man's death. This is what murder by numbers is. This is how common it is. Every day in the headlines when you hear about athletes, celebrities dying mysteriously young, unknown causes, it's amazing that more people don't catch on. They just shrug their shoulders. Meanwhile, I've been here since 2013 spelling it out, showing you exactly what's going on. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. For the person who asked me to look at this, what I'm asking is, how come you can't do what I just did? I don't understand what's so hard about what I do, you guys. I decode the name, I measure from the birthday. And I know I talk about all these numbers enough that you guys should know them as well as I do. This stuff is not rocket science. Anyone can do it who applies the code. Also, the woman who called my radio show last Wednesday, she asked me to investigate the death of her brother. Her brother was a former Seattle Seahawk, Joe Tofflemire. And she actually called me at the end of 2016 and asked me to investigate, and she just called back last week because I hadn't investigated. She waited a long time for me, and it makes me feel bad that I forgot to look. But I put out a video on his death. Somebody in the comments said, was he sacrificed for the Super Bowl? And, that person could have done the homework too. I didn't look at that in the last video I did on this man's death, but check this out. Joe Tofflemire died September 27th, the Jesuit order's birthday. The Jesuits, the Masons within the Catholic Church controlling the world of sports. He died before the Super Bowl that was also February 5th that year, February 5th, 2012. He died 131 days before the Super Bowl. And again, Super Bowl equals 131. 131 is the 32nd prime. NFL equals 32. 32 teams. This man, he also died 82 days after his own birthday. The Super Bowl that year, February 5th, 2012, was where the Giants beat the Patriots. And look at it. New York Giants 82, New England Patriots 82. This man died 82 days after his own birthday, died 131 days before the Super Bowl. And for all the people who troll in the comments and say all these deaths are fake, you're wrong. This woman, if you heard her call both times, she doesn't sound like some fake, some phony, some fraud. And for the record, that woman's been harassed ever since calling into my radio show. Montegraph and his goon squad, the same people who threatened me for Christmas Eve 2016, have been harassing her. Now we know why. So yes, Joe Tofflemire was murdered for the Super Bowl. For the person who asked me if that was a possibility, it was a real simple check yourself. You could have verified it. I know that person knows that Super Bowl equals 131. But this is what's going on in the world. If you missed the video I did on this man's death, you want to check it out. There's a whole lot of information here. I also covered the death of Jim Fiesel, another Seahawk who was killed for the Jesuit order the following year. It's always the same patterns. Joe was born July 7th, dead 82 days after his birthday. Drafted by Seattle, which also has Gematria 82. Dead at age 46, the sacrifice number. Just like yesterday, the Cranberry singer, dead at 42. And if you want to get obscure with your thoughts, somebody asked me, okay, so the Cranberry singer died at 46 yesterday, right? We know that sacrifice equals 46. Patriots equals 46. Tom Brady equals 46. Michigan equals 46. He was the 199th pick out of Michigan by the Patriots. 199 is the 46th prime. Somebody said, what about the film The Departed and the line about cranberries and cranberry juice? That's a thought. If you haven't seen the movie The Departed, it's set in Boston. There's that. He goes to the bar, he orders a cranberry juice, he gets into a fight. The people who control the world of entertainment, Hollywood, music, sports, they rig all this stuff together. The news. It is possible that the Cranberry singer was killed because of her connection to that line from the film The Departed. And for the Patriots' rigged Super Bowl to be. A lot of people get murdered every year for these rigged championships. Again, we talked about Terry Glenn. His full name equals 77, dead 77 days before the Super Bowl. Tom Brady threw his first touchdown pass to Terry Glenn. Tom Brady born in 77. Somebody also asked me about this new song, came out January 11th. Don't listen to it. You young people who listen to this music because it's what's trending and what's current, you guys got to go back to the 90s. I'm telling you, just cut off everything before the 90s. Listen to 90s music and go back in time. That's when music was decent. All this modern stuff is just absolute trash, and I have no doubt that the music of today is just majorly responsible for the mass dumbing down of society. People are just getting stupider and stupider, and the music is getting exponentially dumber. There is a definite connection here. I tried to listen to this song and I was like, oh my god, does this even count as a rap song? These people aren't even rhyming. There's no rhyme here. It's just like the wackest lyrics, no message, no content, no talents. But anyway, this song that just came out is not arbitrary. Last year, Kendrick Lamar was connected to a song that was connected to the NBA Finals. Now this song's called King's Dead, and it came out January 11th. 111, the NBA Finals 111, basketball game 111. Look at the gematria of the song. King's Dead equals 38, like death, like murder, like killing. 52, before the season began, I said this NBA season's going to be about 52, just like how the NFL season's about 52. The sports always follow the same number for each year. Just like last year, the Patriots got the 25th championship for the AFC, the Warriors got the 25th championship for the West. Before the season began, I said it'll be Cavs versus the Thunder or the Rockets, because the Thunder and Rockets both have the 52 connection. The Rockets have been getting a lot more tributes this year, so I'm thinking it's going to be Cavs, Rockets. But I still won't write the Thunder off all the way. They could gel and have an awesome second half. We'll see. But the Rockets have gotten so many tributes, pretty sure they're going to be there. Anyway, it's not coincidental that that number is coded into this title. 74, Masonic 74, Killing 74, The King 74. 169 has a square root of 13. Last night on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the Cavs and Warriors played for their 111th regular season game all time. The Cavs lost. Their 13-game winning streak at home came to an end, and the Warriors got their 13th road win in a row. 13-13. Remember, the Cavs beat the Warriors in their 13th season. And the Cavs got swept by the Warriors in the regular season just like they did this year. I do think the Cavs will win the finals this year. Doesn't matter that they're slumping. It's all narrative. Remember last year before the playoffs, the Cavs were on a horrible slump. The commentators on TV were saying, are the Cavs even a good team? Could they get knocked in the first round? I was just saying, don't fall for any of that crap. They're obviously going to be in the finals. You know, it's King James's league. King's Dead. The title of this song would have you thinking that maybe that means it's over for LeBron. Remember, they're trying to throw curveballs at us. They know that we're on to all of this. Last year, the song that Kendrick Lamar was connected to would make you think that LeBron James was going to win the finals and he was going to punk Kevin Durant, but that's not the way it was. Kevin Durant, number 35, sent LeBron James to 3-5 in the NBA Finals. King James equals 35. And don't forget, they killed King James by the code. King James dead at age 58. He was a Rosicrucian and a Freemason. Rosicrucian 58, Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Solomon's Temple 58. Everything in this world done by the code. And in the same way the sports get stupider and more obviously scripted, maybe that's the reason the music's just getting more ridiculous. It's like they're not even trying to make a good song, they're just trying to make some coded propaganda crap. It could be like that. If you dare listen to this song, you'll see how awful it is. I mean, I just can't even believe anyone would ever listen to it. You know, the crap they put out. It's just such, I feel so bad for young people, but that's the thing about the human being. The human being only knows what they know. If they don't have other experiences, they'll tolerate crap because crap's all they know. That's what it is for the young people of this world, you know? Just growing up at the most bankrupt time. Everything is just so bankrupt. There's no message in anything. Everything is perverted. It's all about materialism and sex and nonsense. And understand, you know, I'm not against sex. It's just, you know, they just made the media makes everything gross, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know, you turn on Game of Thrones, it's like, I don't even want to talk about it. You guys know what I'm saying. So, those are my thoughts this morning, answering people's questions. But you guys got to start doing this. The Gematrinators here, I've been teaching you guys forever. I got all these blog posts that you can go to. You know, just come up here. If you're on your phone, you got to go to the bottom of the screen and click View Web Version. Then this search bar comes up. Then you can just type in Google Doodle, and you'll be here for days. I got so many of these Google Doodles decoded. All of them. Every last one. Ritual murder. There's just like a million of these. You know, goes on forever. Bottom of the screen. Next post. You know, it never ends with the Google Doodles. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.